Hi YouTube, this is Arla from By His Grace Academy, and I thought I would do a review on Rod and Staff's math curriculum for first grade, and then also their reading curriculum for first grade. I'm going to show you first what the teacher's manual looks like, and this is the teacher's manual. And let's see what you get with this. Well, you don't actually get this with, I forgot something. Just 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. With this curriculum, you can buy separately the Black Line Masters, which, well, practice sheets, they call them now. But, and there are a lot of them. And let me just show you what they look like. Just some of the things they'll be. Each practice sheet has at the top what lesson it's for, lesson 5, and it tells you here, it's like in the teacher's manual, it will say scrambled numbers number 2, and you go to lesson 5 for that because that's the lesson you're on. So in lesson 5, and they're all in order, you find scrambled numbers number 2. And it also tells you over here what other lessons they were used for, lesson 3 and lesson 4. And they have some really, the good thing about this is if your child is, say, like having problems in a certain area, you can just pull out that worksheet. It could be counting, let's see, number writing. Here, I'm going to try to, okay, like here's one with just counting and then just putting the number in the little square there. So say if your child was having problems counting, then you could run a copy of that off. These are all to be you can copy these. So therefore you could use these for other kids. It's not like a copyright deal where it's just for one child. This is, when you buy it, you can make copies, period. So they also have dot to dot. Let me show you that. They have dot to dot. And it starts out with very simple dot to dot. This is just 1 to 4. 1 to 4, I believe. Yes. So they're just counting 1 to 4 for the dot to dot for this. Of course, it progresses as you move along in the book. I like this because it tells you, if you're, I'm not new at homeschooling, but this tells you what to say in bold print. Like here's lesson 5. Okay. Here's lesson 5, and you'll see that like in bold print, it tells you what to say. The other regular print tells you what to do to get prepared. Over here, it tells you what materials you need for the lesson, what you need to put on the board, your whiteboard, your chalkboard, whatever. And at the end of the lesson, see, it has a class time. Then it has, like after they're done with their classwork, it has a follow-up where sometimes they introduce just briefly what a new concept for the next day will be. And they also have things to put on the board for the follow up. And then down here are the practice sheets that go with what they have learned already or what they're learning in this lesson. There are, what? Let me see how many lessons in this book. 170, I think. Yes, there are 170 lessons. And like I said, this is the teacher's book. And then let me show you what the there are two student books. Okay, there's a workbook 1 that covers lessons 1 to 85. And this is what it looks like. This is like the very first lesson. Okay. This is the first lesson. And like, this is, this is lesson 50. And you see in 50 lessons how far they've come. They're doing simple word problems, 3-digit addition, before and after numbers, more, they do more and less, more or less. And then they have book 2, which covers lessons 86 to 170. Now, every other lesson, there is a speed drill. And this is what it looks like. This is the front. So you would tear a speed drill out and have them put their name on the speed drill and not to turn it over to the other side until you tell them to go. Now, once you say go, you already have a minute. You should have 1 minute set on your timer. And then they turn their speed drill over and they work their problems. Okay? And this is not, I'm sure this is not the beginning. They don't start out with subtraction, so. But this is lesson, actually this one is lesson 79 because this next one is 80. So it comes with, well, not comes with, but what you can buy, you buy the teacher's book. Beginning Arithmetic Grade 1 practice sheets. Like I said, it comes with 2 workbooks. Yeah, this is workbook 2. This is 1. It comes with a set of speed drills. And it doesn't come with the set. That's what the curriculum includes. And it's up to you to, to buy what you need. I believe that, you need the teacher's manual. You can't really, you need the teacher's manual because it goes into, what they're going to be learning and what you need to put on the board for practice. But they also come with flashcards. Now, these flashcards, let me see if I can find the beginning card that tells you what all of these consist of. They come in a box. Now, this box of flashcards from Mardell was $17.80, and I think I got them during the back to school sale, and it was 20% off for teachers, including homeschool teachers. Let's see here. And also there are some blank cards in case, one of your kids or you spills coffee on them or something. And then you could rewrite the card, so that's neat. But on the cards they have some of the cards are basic subtraction and basic addition cards. They also have numbers from 1 to 19 or 1 to 20, and then after that they just have like counting by 10. So they go up to 20, and then it's 30, 40, 50, 60, up to 100. So they have those number cards. They also have like these. And on this right here, you would just say, which is less. Actually, more. This is more or less. So if you're working with which is more, of course, the same cards could be used for this as for which is less. They also have what numbers come between somewhere. They have. Okay, hold up. Okay, like what comes between the 0 and the 2. Okay. Also, they would have 3 numbers and out of order, and then the children would have to put them, or the child would have to recite them in order. So if I had like a 5, a 3, and a 4, they would say 3, 4, 5 in that order. Also, they teach the kids to recognize patterns from 1 to 10. So they can look at this. After a while, they'll look at this and know this is 10. They'll be able to look at this and know this stands for 9. So from 1 to 10, they have the numbers on the front, and then they have the pattern on the back. So also when I put that on the board, I also put it on the board like this, so they get used to the pattern. They also, in the book, it calls for like a felt board. You can make your own felt board with a piece of plywood and buy some felt and either hot glue it on there or staple it on there. So, for instance, they will say, like when they're learning their addition family. Let's see. Okay, call the children to the flannel board. And what you'll do is, like, they'll tell you to cut out these little felt blocks, and you will just, it says like if 0 ducks are in the pond and 7 ducks are in the grass, there are, and then 7 ducks in all. So they'll also be learning terminology to help them know if they're going to add or subtract. I think that, I love Rod and Staff. I don't really know anyone who hasn't really liked it in the earlier grades. I've used it for especially for grade 1 and 2, especially for grade 1 and 2. But so that's the Rod and Staff math. And another thing, I can't remember how much they are, but they are very inexpensive. Not expensive at all. And so that's another good thing I like about it. They're inexpensive. Mardell carries them now. Mardell didn't always carry Rod and Staff. And they carry Rod and Staff now. So when you go to their back to school sale, you also get 20% off. So it's already an inexpensive curriculum, and even more inexpensive during the back to school sale. Okay, so that's the Rod and Staff math curriculum, and I believe that's all. Oh, real quick before I go, in the front of the book though, it does tell you like what you may need to they've, let me see. Like if you need to, yes, no, actually it's in the back. It shows you what you may need to print off and make. Yes. Like when they start talking about measurements, like a foot, and this is really neat because it will show you like where you can make a foot, a 12-inch long foot on a piece of paper, on a piece of cardstock or whatever, just large enough piece of paper, and they show you how to do it. So there you go. And then when you are when they're practicing shapes for geometry in here, then of course I think it's cute how they make the shapes, which is an indication of like here square. Of course, the S is you can see the square in this part of the S. Of course, circle, the C is a partial circle. Rectangle, the R is the capital R. The top of it is made in the shape of a rectangle. And then a triangle is a triangle. So, let's see. There were some other things too. Yes, for place value. You know, you make a chart and you put, this is how your chart will wind up looking. And you can print off these. This will be up in your, this will be in your ones column. This will be in your tens column for 10 crayons. And then a box of 10 packs of 10 crayons, of course, would be 100. So this would stand for your hundreds place. Let's see. These, if for a number line that you would have on your wall, this lighting. Well, anyway, this you would cut this out, the center of this circle, and these would go, it says cut 4 rings from green construction paper using the circle pattern. When you are at lesson 132, mount them on the number line so that they circle 25, 50, 75, and 100. And the children will learn to count by 25s. Here, cut 10 triangles from pink construction paper. I think my grandsons might have a problem with that pink, so we'll probably do blue. Using the small triangle pattern, when you are at lesson 66, mount them above your number line at 5, 15, 25, and so on. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Cut 10 circles from construction paper using the large triangle pattern when you are at lesson 57. Mount them above the 10s on your classroom number line. Okay, well, this one was confusing me at first. I'm like, why in the world would you just do 5, 15, 25? Because you already have the big triangles on top of your 10s. So the numbers ending in 0 would already have the big triangles mounted above them. So you would just need the smaller triangles to go above the numbers ending in 5. Okay? Let's see here. Then they have patterns for number lines. And also the answers to all of the workbook pages are in the back. But I really don't think you should have to consult the back of your book for first grade answers. I'm hoping not anyway. But let's see what else they have here. Oh, okay. More measuring patterns. Now, I still have these from back when my 14-year-old granddaughter was in first grade. So I'm using those. I don't have to redo these because I use the same book for her. Fact, trees. You may reproduce this pattern for a tracing guide when you put fact trees on the chalkboard. It's just a lot of different things. Here you can make your own individual flashcards. Just print these out on cardstock, and yeah, give these to the to your kids to practice their facts. And I think that's about it for math. What I'm going to do is I am going to wrap up this video because I'm already at 20 minutes. And I will make a separate video for my Rod and Staff first grade reading curriculum. So stay tuned for that video. And well, you all just have a blessed week. This is Sunday, May 1st. Wow, this year's already flying by. But so you all just have a very blessed week. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.